Welcome back to Astroneer. Today we have a new goal, and it's going to involve a little bit of space travel. So if you look at the mission log, first thing that we have is the reward for a core concept. Dig deep, find the planet's core, figure out how to turn it on. We've done that. Ready to collect a QD RTG and 2,000 bytes. Awesome. So this is an RTG. It's a small one. It's QD. And what it does is it produces 1 energy per second forever at all times. It doesn't require any sunlight or wind. So like this produces 1, but it needs sunlight. This produces 1.5, but it requires wind. This doesn't require anything. It just makes power. And it's portable. So you can stick it on your terrain tool or in your backpack at all, anywhere. And now I can use the drill mod without using up any power. I'm going to show you that real quick. So you see my backpack? See how it's full? I just do this forever. It doesn't use up my power because the RTG always makes more. So with that knowledge, we're closer to being effective miners. Now, the thing we have to do next is to figure out where we're going to go. And you can see that there is an active mission called Desolo Shells. A galastropod has found its way to the barren moon. Find and scan its discarded shells in the craters of Desolo. So you need to scan 5 and then you get an empty terrarium and so on. So let's track that. And we're also going to look for talking tungsten, which is to journey to Desolo or Caldor to locate wolframite and refine it. And we get rewards for that as well. But most importantly, we get tungsten. And that's very, very important. So in order to fly, we need to get a shuttle. And shuttles are printed with the large printer. Did I make a large printer? I don't think I did I? I have not made a large printer. Alright, so let's make a large printer first. Because really, a large printer belongs on this table, if anything. I can put these items somewhere else. Oh, duh. I could have just taken that off. Whoops. So here you can see large printer. We have the option to print a large printer with the medium printer using 3 compound. We just so happen to have 3 compound right here. And while that's busy doing that, I'm going to make another soil container. Whoops. Like this. And I'm just going to collect some more soil. And we need to make more compound. Here is our large printer. And with this we can print a shuttle. Now, at the moment, actually nothing is unlocked except the shelter. So let us go into the research and look for small shuttle. There it is, 1,500 bytes. It requires 2 aluminum. So we will do that, and then we also need to print with the small printer something called a solid fuel thruster, so we'll unlock that as well. So a solid fuel thruster requires aluminum and ammonium, which we have here, and 2 more aluminum to get the actual shuttle itself. I should probably go mine some more of that, but we have enough to get started. So let's make that small shuttle. While that's printing, we will go here and make the solid fuel thruster. Oh yeah, there's also the mission to parts unknown. Oh, you know what? Damn. I'll use it eventually. But I forgot that print and install a small... Really? Print small shuttle. Print and install oxygenator in shuttle. Print and attach solid fuel thruster. And you get a solid fuel thruster, a field shelter, and another RTG. So let's track this, because we really want that. So I've got the small shuttle coming. We need this. We need the oxygenator in the shuttle. So let's make an oxygenator. Oxygenator is 1 aluminum, 1 ceramic. I'm getting really close to the end of my aluminum, and there's the end of it. We'll put the shuttle on the launch pad. It doesn't have to be. It really doesn't. I'll just leave it here. Launch pads are for specific things like landing and, because you can set a landing point anywhere with that. So with this, I'm going to need to figure out, well, what do I want to bring to Desolo? I'm thinking the main thing that I want to bring is copper, because there isn't any copper on Desolo. So we'll pop this shuttle open just like that. If you look at the mission, we've done the printing, so let's do the oxygenator and the solid fuel thruster. This goes on the bottom like so. And now completed to parts unknown. New mission forward progress. We probably should check that out. New mission prototype recovery. Forward progress says place a shelter on another planet, and also place a landing pad on another planet. Make a home away from home. And this one says find vehicle data recorder on Desolo. Blow up the data recorder. Retrieve an exo chip. And we're going to be doing that too, trust me. Yeah, prototype recovery is definitely going to be tracked. And let us go to the landing pad and collect the reward for To Parts Unknown, which is a lot of cool stuff. Another RTG, a field shelter, and a second solid fuel thruster. Solid fuel thrusters are going to be the only way we can get around for a little while. Now, the way that they work is if you look at the one that we've got attached here, and I mouse over, you see fuel 100%, capable of 4 launches. Now, what is a launch? A launch gets you off of a planet. A launch gets you from one planet to another. And that's it. So it doesn't require any fuel to land. So what happens is 4 launches. 1 to leave Silva. 2 to travel to Desolo. Then we land. And then we have 2 left. 1 to get off of Desolo, and 2 to get back to Silva, which is where we're going to come after we're done there. And there's one main goal that I have. Well, there's a few main goals. One, we have to scan snails while we're there. We have to look at that prototype recovery mission, and we have to get as much tungsten as we possibly can and bring it back to Silva. That is my objective. So let's get going with that. It looks like I've managed to get ready without even needing to mine any more aluminum. So with the aluminum... Oh, wait. You know what? I have 4 more aluminum right here. Let's take as much copper as we can fit. And the RTG. And I think I'm just going to put this in the shuttle with these extra ones. So, yeah, copper, I think copper is the only thing I can't actually get on Desolo. Now, we don't actually have to bring the oxygenator with us. That was just needed to be printed in order to finish that mission. The reason is because the field shelter, which we were also given, provides oxygen as well. So you don't need the shuttle to provide your oxygen. It's just fine to use your field shelter. Something will have to provide oxygen, and it might as well be that. I got my 2 RTGs. Is there anything else I should bring? I think I'll bring a little bit of quartz in case quartz is hard to find. And I think I will bring some ceramic and some just things. I mean, these, I can get these there. It's just a matter of work. It's like I'm trying to reduce the amount of just grinding in order to get set up. So we're going to build a little bit of a base on Desolo. Trying to remember, how do we make the soil centrifuge? Just compound and aluminum. Okay, so it's a good thing I'm bringing aluminum then, because I can get that up right away. And I don't need it. I don't think I need ceramic for anything. You know, once I have the soil centrifuge, I can make clay, so I'm not going to bring that. Instead, I might bring... Should I bring a piece of graphite for a packager? I'm not sure. I know zinc is there. I can mine that there. Anyways, yeah, so... I think that's it, really. It's time to get going. Let's get going. So V launched to another planet. B and C seem to do the same thing. They just take you to orbit. Oh, but then it moves the view to this view rather than just the close-ups to Silva view. That's the difference between C and V. And so we're going to go to... You can see all the planets here, so let's just take a quick survey. There's the sun, there's the satellite, there's Calidor, Atrox, Novus, and Visania. Novus is the moon of Visania. Over here in the distance we have Glacio. On the other side, where is Calidor? Oh, there's Calidor over there. And then right next to Silva is Desolo, the moon. So we're going to go to... Now we've used up 2 of our 4 launches. Now, as you can see, there's a gateway chamber right here with a natural landing location right here. So obviously the best option is to just land here. This is perfect. Welcome to Desolo. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up a little bit of flat ground, because you need flat ground for a base, and I just want to see if any of these polygons feel flat. This feels pretty flat. So, oh, you know what? Oh no, I left them on the frickin'... This is a bad thing. I left my soil canisters on Silva. So what I have to do now, after I mine up these dagger roots, is I just have to get enough resin to make a canister. There we go. And then I have to collect some soil in the canister, so let's do that by committing planticide. And now, with this as ground zero probably, let's begin our flattening. It's nice to get the organic too, because these little plants are providing organic that will come in very handy. Alright, so the reason you're seeing toys all over the place is, again, if I hadn't already mentioned it, because there is a Christmas event going on, and it's one of the goals. Well, the primary way that you complete the Christmas event is by shipping toys off into space. Just want to make sure everything's movable because I don't want these toys actually here. I want my base here. There we go. Look at that nice flat ground in the middle. Perfect for our field shelter. So you put the field shelter down, and I think once it's down you can't move it, so you gotta be really smart about where you put it. Before I do, well, here, let's, yeah, this is good. This is good. Field shelter provides oxygen, which is saving my life right now. And you can put down tethers because it's oxygenated. It's got pressure. Let's get these here. Got some extra packagers and some organic laying around. That's all nice. So the first thing, the first order of business is to get some printers printed. And compound is going to be needed for that. And I didn't bring any. So I've got to make a little hunt for compound. I think I see some right here. So let's gather that right now. Oh, it's my backpack is full. Whoops. Forgot to empty my backpack. Don't need this other RTG. I just put that down here, and I got my oxygen container and my tethers. Everything is in order. I think it's this to print a small printer, so let's get that started. Small printer goes here, plugs into the RTG, plugs into the field shelter. Field shelter does provide a small amount of power. I think it's only, yeah, it's 0.5 per second, so I'll be supplementing that with this RTG over here. This printer uses one, and we're going to want to print a platform B, which is not unlocked yet, so I'm going to go quickly unlock that. It's cheap, it's just a little bit better medium print table. I mean, technically it's not necessary. Never mind, I'm just going to print the A. So it just requires one resin. Where's the resin? There's the resin. Get that platform going. And this is just making lots of noise over here for some reason. You gonna be okay? There you go. What I probably also should do is get a bit closer to this and gather even more resin, because we're going to use a fair bit. Now you see in the center of my reticle how the symbol for resin shows up here. See how it says resin natural resource? And over here, it doesn't. That's a clue that there's actually resin in there still. So keep digging. I think that might be everything. I'll have to get more resin somewhere else. I got 2 of it. I'm going to need 3. So this table, the reason I made the medium table is because I also need to make a medium printer. And the medium printer requires 2 compound. Alright, so let's get that second piece of compound real quick. Lots of compound here. Very nice. medium printer is being printed. So I'll drop off my compound, my organic, my 2 resin, and well, actually I'm going to take the compound because I might need to make a bunch of tethers while I'm doing this. And you'll notice that I am restricting myself for storage space pretty severely, because what do we have? We have work light, solid fuel jump jet, soil container, tethers, RTG, oxygen tank, and drill mod 1. And it's like, that leaves literally only 6 of our 13 slots free for resources. So it is a bit of an important thing to consider. Maybe don't bring everything with you if you don't have to. There's some resin over here, so let's grab that. So one of the nice things about this game is that every time you go to a new planet, it feels kind of like the early game all over again. And you get that early game, you know, thrill of starting a new base and just generally exploring fresh territory. It's fun. It's a nice little touch that the game does. That was rather disappointing. I thought I'd have more resin because it showed resin on the reticle all over the place, but I only got like a piece or 2 of it from that one. Wasn't very deep is all. Just have to keep looking. Well, there's some more. Aha, this'll help. Ooh, look. There's a wind turbine. The question is there wind? I thought Desolo didn't have any air, but obviously there seems to be air. And I can reach it. Oh, that's cool. Check this out. Great. So there's the medium printer. And the medium printer can print things like our large platform B. Wait. 4 of 3 vision. What's the problem? Well, now it's working. Oh, no, that doesn't make sense. I have the resin. Oh, it's not plugged in. Right. Let's put this here. And we'll put this here. And we're going to have to make a large printer as well. For a large printer, we need 3 compound, and I only have 1, so let's get some more compound. There we go. Plenty of compound. Let's get more resin. Hey, we got a battery here. That's cool. Take that home. Oh, look at the soil is hard. I guess I do need the drill mod after all. How about that? Right, there's the large printer done. So things have come along rather nicely for this little base. And I think I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to make sure that I have a solid grasp on what's next. So yeah, we've got the shells. Forward progress. Okay, we've placed a shelter on another planet. We want to place a landing pad as well, for sure. And then we want to do some of these other things, but we can do those next time. So that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.